Fourth grade English, Chapter 3. How Jack went out to seek his fortune. Enjoy the story. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack, and one morning he decided to go and seek his fortune. He had not gone very far before he met a cat. "Where are you going, Jack?" said the cat. "I am going to seek my fortune." "May I go with you?" asked the cat. "Yes," said Jack, "the more the merrier." So on they went, Jack and the cat. Jiggelty jolt, jiggelty jolt, jiggelty jolt. They went a little farther and they met a dog. "Where are you going, Jack?" said the dog. "I am going to seek my fortune." "May I go with you?" asked the dog. "Yes," said Jack, "the more the merrier." So on they went, Jack, the cat, and the dog. Jiggelty jolt, jiggelty jolt, jiggelty jolt. As Jack went a little further, a goat, a rooster, and a bull also joined Jack. So on they went, Jack, the cat, the dog, the goat, the rooster, and the bull. Jiggelty jolt, jiggelty jolt, jiggelty jolt. And they went on jiggelty jolting till it was about dark. It was time to think of some place where they could spend the night. Now, after a bit, they saw a house. Jack told his companions to keep still while he went up and looked in through the window to see if all was safe. And what did he see through the window but a band of robbers seated at a table counting over great bags of gold? "That gold shall be mine," thought Jack to himself. "I have found my fortune already." Then he went back and told his companions to wait till he gave a signal, and then to make all the noise they possibly could in their own fashion. So when they were all ready, Jack gave the signal, and the cat meowed, and the dog barked, and the goat belated, and the bull bellowed, and the rooster crowed. All together they made such a terrific hubbub that the robbers jumped up in a fright and ran away, leaving their gold on the table. So, after a good laugh, Jack and his companions went in and took possession of the house and the gold. Now, Jack was a wise boy. He knew that the robbers would come back in the dead of the night to get their gold. And so, when it was time to go to bed, he put the cat in the rocking chair and he put the dog under the table. And he put the goat upstairs and he put the bull in the cellar and bade the rooster fly up onto the roof. At night, one robber came back for the money, but he soon ran off in fright. He told the other robbers this tale. "I went back to the house," said he, "and tried to sit down in the rocking chair. There was an old woman knitting there. She struck her knitting needle into me. That was the cat, you know. Then I went to the table to look for the money. There was a shoemaker under the table. He struck his awl into me. That was the dog, you know. So I went upstairs, but there was a man up there threshing. He knocked me down with his flail. That was the goat, you know. Then I started to go down to the cellar. There was a man down there chopping wood. He knocked me down with his axe. That was the bull, you know. But I should not have minded all that if it had not been for an awful little fellow on the top of the house by the kitchen chimney, who kept howling. "Cook him in a stew! Cook him in a stew! Cook him in a stew!" And that, of course, was the cock a doodle doo. Then the robbers agreed that they would rather lose their gold than meet with such a fate. They ran off. Next morning, Jack went gaily home with his booty. Each of the animals carried a portion of it. The cat hung a bag on its tail, the dog on his collar, the goat and the bull on their horns. Jack made the rooster carry a gold guinea in its beak to prevent it from calling all the time. "Cock a doodle doo, cook him in a stew. Cock a doodle doo, cook him in a stew."